Hello, everybody. Hello, Instagram, and hello, YouTube. So we are live today, finally on Miss Kaykrizz after such a long time. We are live on our YouTube channel and on our Instagram right now. Okay, so today we're going to discuss the 5 reasons why you did not pass your interview. Okay, so this is from experience. This is what I learned after trying for Qatar Airways for about 8 years, and then after retiring from flying, I was able to run my own business, and I've been the one on the other side of the desk. I'm the one interviewing for my business naman, not as a flight attendant, but for my business, and as well as assisting my husband in his work or in his business. We are the ones hiring for people for his business too. So yeah, that's what we do, and that's our content today. Hello, everybody who just joined us. Just comment down below where you are from, and comment below. Yes, hello, everybody. Comment below where you are from, so I could give you a shout out. And also, somebody little here wants to say hello. Hello, everybody. What's your name? Me? River. His name is River. He's my son. And I am good. Everybody on YouTube is saying hello. How are you? Hello, everybody on YouTube. Hello. Gargi Pramanik is also back. AF is back. Gargi, yeah, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm well. Everybody on Instagram. Rachel Victoria says that she's from Spain. So hello, hello. Good vibes from India. Yes, AF said cute daw. And my accent is funny, sabi ni Jack Fur. Gargi says she's from India. And hello also to Jernine Punsalan. Yes, I'm Miss Kaykrizz from Pampanga. Oh my gosh, from my own country. Hello. Okay, so today we're gonna discuss this question because I've asked this myself so many times before. You don't know, like maybe 1,000 times before. I asked myself, why the heck didn't I pass the interview? What's wrong? What happened? And what's happening right now? Okay, so why didn't I pass my interview? Okay, so that's our topic for today. So I have listed here 5 things that I have learned, mostly the reason why I didn't pass as a flight attendant, and also mostly as a business owner myself, 5 reasons why I didn't hire a candidate. Okay, being the other side on the table by doing that. Okay, so before all that, we would like to thank our sponsor for this live. Yours truly, our Ready for Takeoff book. This is our sponsor for today's live. This is available on my website as a ebook or digital book in misskaykrizz.com, and it's also available in the Philippines. If you're from the Philippines, just give me a DM on Instagram and we'll have it shipped over via Lala Move. Okay, this is only 400 pesos right now. It's on promotion to help everybody in crisis right now. So it's 100 pesos off. So if you want to get it here in the Philippines, you will have enough money left to get it through Grab Express or Lala Move. So it's the fastest way to get this book. Okay, it's not going to be available yet in Shopee. It's going to be available in Shopee by July, but we've been having problems with Shopee because the courier is not able to get the book from us. So it's much easier to get this book through Lalamove or Shopee. But if you are not in the Philippines and you are abroad, go ahead on my website. You can get a digital copy and you can read the book from your phone. Okay? So with all that said, let's get started with our discussion. So in YouTube, we do have we have this. We have these letters underneath the screen. So if you want to go see YouTube, it's also fine. But if you want to stay in Instagram, it's fine. So reasons why you are not passing the interview. In my experience, first and foremost, the very first reason why I didn't pass the interview is, number one, I lack research. I did not research. What should I research? Okay, so you have to research your job role. Okay, you have to research what is the job that you are applying for. You cannot run on assumptions and opinions about the job. You have to have cold, hard facts about the job, okay? So one of the most reasons I didn't get hired because number one, I didn't even know where the company is in the map, okay? I don't even know where it is located, you know. For example, when I first applied for Saudi Airlines, I'm kind of like, I don't know where Saudi is. Okay, so that's it. You have to research a lot of things. Number one, you have to research about the company that you are hiring for. Are they a low-cost airline or a traditional airline? I got also experience. They are asking me, what is the difference between a traditional airline and a low-cost airline? Do you know that we are a low-cost airline? You know, I have that experience with Air Asia when I applied for Air Asia. And I don't know what to say. I am so stumped right there. Right there and then, I didn't pass the interview. So that's very, very sad. Okay. So yeah, that's what happened to me when I was applying for the interview myself. So yeah, that is number one reason. So number two, you have to research uh, the roles. What are you gonna do in the job? So most of us have thinking that flight attendant job is easy. You have to look good. You have there's nothing to do. Okay, you just look good and be there, and then you're the one. Okay, that's what we think. Okay, that's an assumption, it's not a fact. Okay, you have to research the job role. Okay, the job requires, for example, height requirement. Okay, you are also required to have, let's say, you are also required to have good customer service skills. Okay, that's one more thing. And most especially, you are required to have good teamwork. Okay, if you are somebody who cannot work with anybody else but yourself, then it's gonna be a problem, because the aircraft or the airline job, the flight attendant job, is just there for the teamwork. It is all about teamwork, and it is very important for the safety and the success of each and every flight. Okay. So yeah, that is my point about the first thing. Let me just have my tea right now. Okay, so that's the first thing. You have to research all about the company and the job roles, because if you do not, you're probably not gonna get the job. Okay, so that includes low cost airline, traditional airline. What are the things that you need to know about the airline? Current events, also, yeah, everything. So you really have to study. The next reason why you don't get the job most of the time is actually a personality mismatch. Okay, personality mismatch, meaning your personality does not fit the lifestyle of the job position. Okay, so that's very important as well. Why? It's important to have the right personality for the right job, because you want to be able to stay on the job for a long time. And what will help you stay on the job? If you have the right personality for it. For example, for flight attendants, you might think that the personality of a flight attendant has something to do with being, let's say, outgoing, or being friendly, being able to make yourself happy even if you're just alone. That's very important, guys, that is your personality, because as a flight attendant, you have to be really independent. It's not all the time that your friends are gonna have the same schedule with you. So for those people who can't go to the restroom alone, in the classroom, this is not the job for you. Okay, because when you are a flight attendant and all of your friends have different flight schedules, and you're alone in your house, in your apartment, what are you gonna do? Your personality is not independent. You will not survive the job. You will resign. I promise you guys. You will resign even if it's less than a year. You're gonna quit your job. I promise you guys, because personality mismatch is very important. So that is why, for example, big airlines like Qatar Airways, Oman Air, Salvia, they really look into your personality when they are screening for flight attendants. They really check the personality if it's a match for the country, for example, the country that you are applying for. So they ask you things like, can you describe yourself? Or what would you do if somebody steps on your boundaries? See, they want to see if you are an assertive person, if you are somebody who gets really pissed immediately. Also, with PAL, this is my experience. They really emphasize the personality during the second day of recruitment for PAL. I even heard one of the recruiters, they said, why are we gonna get people who are not a match to this company? They're gonna be just headache, okay? So yeah, that's one of the reasons. So the right personality, just for your information, for a flight attendant is independent, friendly, non-confrontational. Okay, so non-confrontational meaning you don't really try to find, you don't really try to find fight. Okay, you try to avoid it, or you are very assertive in case of disagreements. Okay, let me just catch my breath, guys. It's been a long time since I'm here on the live, and yeah, okay, all right. Thank you everybody for being here on the live. So let's continue with our discussion. So yeah, the right personality for a flight attendant is somebody who is, aside from what I have said, also good in customer service. What's a personality type for a good customer service? It's somebody who has a pleasing personality. Okay, so if you get offended, you don't take it to heart. You don't take it personally. You are professional. Okay, those type of personalities are the things that companies are looking for, and personality that is easygoing, is good in cooperation. So those are the things for teamwork. Okay, those are what we are looking for flight. Okay, the next item on our list for today, the reasons why you are not passing your interview is dan, 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 the physical requirements are failed. Okay, so this is one of the top reasons why most of us don't even try to apply for the flight attendant position. I got a lot of DMs about this. Miss Kaykrizz, if I don't have complete set of teeth, or Miss Kaykrizz, if my height is like this, or if my weight is like this, will I pass or will I fail? Okay, so this is something that I would like to clear out for everybody who's listening out there right now on our live and on the replay of this video. Okay, I want you guys to know that there are physical requirements that are very important and has to be followed, and other physical requirements that are just opinions of anybody who wants to be a flight attendant. It's just an opinion. It's not really part of the company policy. Okay, for example, a must physical requirement that is a company policy is height requirement. Why? Because this is in regards to the safety of the airplane. For example, you are a flight attendant. You need to have the height to be able to reach emergency equipment stored in the aircraft overhead, somewhere above, where it's stored. Because in the aircraft, not everything is stored on the tables and chairs. Everything is stored up in the walls, in the ceilings, things like that. So in case of emergency, you have to be able to get those items in less than 2 minutes, okay, and be able to use them. So that's a very hard physical requirement, height requirement, okay. The next thing is BMI. It means your weight is proportionate to height. Why? Because it's the number one indicator that you are very healthy. And the lifestyle of a flight attendant is very demanding, physically demanding. So the number one thing or clue that they will say that you will be able to survive the sleep, different sleep schedules, the physical requirement, and all of that is being a healthy person. And the number one way to find out if you're healthy is that your weight is equivalent to your height, or your BMI is within normal range. Again, aside from the medicals, of course. So yeah, You get my drift? Do you get what I'm saying here, guys? Comment down below if you somehow get it. Okay. Okay, what do I mean by physical requirements that are just opinions? For example, I get DMs like people saying, if I have a pimple, will I pass or will I fail? Okay, guys, everybody gets pimples. It's not really that important to have no pimples. The important thing is you're able to cover it up when it happens, okay? Other things like having complete set of teeth. Okay, like for me, I don't have a complete set of teeth, but they hired me in the domestic and the international airlines. So it's an opinion or assumption. Oops, the book fell. It's just an assumption that you should be like this because you're a flight attendant. Okay, you guys? So especially now, if you're a flight attendant, you're gonna be wearing full PPE. Okay, so it is actually not that strict when other things like this. So for example, I get messages like it's ridiculous, guys. You won't believe the messages that I get on my DMs. They said, if I have hair on my nose, will they hire me as a flight attendant? It's so funny, guys. Or if I have hair on my legs, or if I have scars, things like that. Scars. Again, this is dependent on each and every airline company that you are applying for. Because, for example, I used to work for Philippine uh, Airfield Express, wherein we are wearing shorts. So you're showing off the half, the half of your legs. So it's important that you don't have scars on your legs. So that's why it depends what type of uniform they're wearing and things like that. You have scars on your hands, okay? So things like that, that's important because you are serving food. So when you have scars in your hands, like for example, it's not pleasing to the people or the people on the plane, so they will think it's dirt or it's unhygienic and things like that. So if you have, for example, what do you call this? False teeth. Okay, if your teeth is false, it comes down and things like that, it's not allowed as well because you are serving food. In any food industry, you're not allowed to also have like that because it might fall to the food that you are serving. You are also not allowed to wear false lashes. Anything that might fall to the food is not allowed. Okay, so things like that. I know it's ridiculous, these rules and unclear assumptions about the physical thing, but guys, do more digging about it so you would know if it really is a must for the airlines or it's just an opinion on your part. Okay, so but it's one of the reasons that you don't get hired. For example, in Qatar Airways, they ask you to do a reach test, and even before you start the interview, you have to pass the reach test first. If not, if you cannot reach that certain height outside the door, you will not enter the room. So it's that strict, guys, because these are the strict physical requirements that are required. The others is just a matter of a gray area or an opinion and depending on company policies. Okay, let me check the comments first before we continue with our third and our fourth reasons why we don't get the flight attendant position. Okay, so far we have discussed, while we're doing this, we have discussed lack of research, personality mismatch, and the physical requirements. Okay, so hello everybody on YouTube. I missed you guys. Okay, so here, Mr. Joel Herta says, hi Ruth. Yeah. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Okay, thank you. And on Instagram, we have people here. It's also leaving comments. Hello. Panini Wu, she says thanks. Okay. Already finished the book from Journey Punsalan. Thank you, Journey, for getting the book. Panini Win, she's from Myanmar. Oh, wow. Iligan, Philippines. That's Jo Vergara. Hello, Jo. Yeah, so just comment down below what you have. If you have any questions for me, by the end of this live, we're going to tackle them. Okay, on our in our true Miss Kaykrizz Q&A fashion. Okay, whatever questions you have for me, I'm going to answer them after we finish our discussion today. Okay. Okay, so hello to everyone who just joined us. Welcome. And now we continue with our discussion for this afternoon, the reasons why you are not passing your interview. Okay, we are now on our fourth reason. Okay, we are now on our fourth reason. Let me just check here on YouTube. Okay, so fourth reason is your nervousness overcame you. Okay, so that is the fourth reason why you did not pass the interview. So if you let your emotions run over you or be the boss during your interview, you will not be able to, number one, answer the questions correctly. Number two, give off or pass the physical examination, because for example when you are doing interviews, they are checking your eye contact, they're checking your body posture, they are checking your smiles, guys. So you have to do that. But if you're nervous, you can't do that. You can't give eye contact, you can sit up straight. You're like spacing out because you let the nervousness be the boss of you. So okay, so that's one reason. The reason you won't get hired if the recruiters see that you are nervous is that it's a number one indicator of how you handle stress. And the flight attendant job is a very stressful job, guys. Very stressful job, especially at the beginning of the flight where people are just coming in, boarding, and then there's a lot of problems there during the boarding, and you have to close the doors. When you close the doors, everybody has to be seated and with their seatbelts on. So the pressure is on. There's time pressure. There's a lot of problems within the passengers. There's a lot of problems with the pilots or even the ground crew. And even with the food that you are taking with you on the flight. So you have to be able to handle the stress of all of that. So if the interview itself, you are showing that you cannot handle stress, that's a no-no for them. It's already a sign for them not to hire you. So that is why in your interviews, you really have to get a grip on your nervousness and be able to be the one on top of the feelings. It's normal to feel nervous. You have to look at it as a sign, a good sign. If you're feeling nervous, that means it's a good sign because you're doing something that really is important to you, that really is something that matters to you. So just take that as a sign, but don't let it carry you away. Don't let it be ruining your performance during that day. Okay, so you still have to be mindful of your eye contact, your body position, and your smile. Okay, that's my mantra. Okay, that's Miss Kaykrizz mantra. Eye contact, body posture, and smile. You always have to do that in all of your interview, even if you feel nervous. Okay, what do you think about that? Comment down below, guys. Okay. All right. So now we are down to our um, last point for this afternoon. The reason, last reason why you are not passing the flight attendant interview. So if you have any questions, you should comment it down now on the comment section below. So we will be able to tackle that after this last point. Okay. All right. So the last point that I want to show you is attitude issues. Okay, if the recruiter see that you have attitude, see that you might have something like maybe you're a racist or maybe they see that you don't like doing dirty jobs, or when they ask you questions like what is the most difficult thing that happened to you and how you overcome it, or is there a time where you had a confrontation or a fight with a coworker and how did you handle it, this is how they try to assess your attitude. This is how they want to know if you're gonna be a headache in the company or if you're gonna be an asset. Okay, particularly with Philippine Airlines, I heard them talk about this while I was applying for them. That was way back when, but it really stuck on my head. the girl in the recruiter, she's the boss of all the recruiters, and she said, bakit pa tayo mag-hire ng sakit sa ulo? Kung alam na sakit sa ulo yun, wag na i-hire yan, ba't magdadagdag pa tayo ng batong ipupukpok sa ulo mo? Okay. So I'm sorry guys, I'm talking in Tagalog. So that's what the recruiter said. I was in the interview for Philippine Airlines, and the head recruiter was saying a comment to her colleague. She said, why are we going to hire with somebody with attitude? Are we gonna get a stone that we are going to what's pukpuk? A stone that we're going to hit our head with? Okay, no. They don't like people with attitude. So sometimes in the interview, they will purposely try to trigger you, ask you trigger questions, ask you questions that will test out what type of attitude you have. Like, for example, is this your first time to apply? And if it's not, what happened the last time? Okay, so that's a clue on where they can see what is your attitude. Okay, they will see if you have a go-getter attitude, positivity attitude, or are you a negative attitude. Because if, your example, you were asked, is this the first time that you applied to Qatar Airways? Is number one question that they asked. And then you said no. Well, what happened the last time? And then you have to explain. For example, when I was a newbie, I would say, oh, I didn't get through the second day or the third day because I don't know what happened, and blah blah blah, and then you're frowning, and then you're sad, and you're triggered because the last time that you were applying, it was something that is important to you and you didn't get it, and maybe you feel ashamed that you didn't get it. So that's a clue in what type of attitude you have. They will now say you have a negative attitude. You look at the negative things. You look at how things did not happen for you. But if you answer that question the right way to answer that is, for example, it's not the first time that you applied. So, yes, this is not the first time that I applied. What happened? I learned a lot of things on the last time that I applied. I learned about things. I learned a lot of things about myself and about the job. So I realized that having that rejection the first time, it really showed me how much this job means to me and how I really wanted it, even if I was rejected the first time. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's what you say. That's how you show your attitude during the interviews. Okay, you get me? Like, comment down below if you get me, so that I won't feel like I'm talking to myself. So yeah, so that's attitude issues. It's very important because during the flight attendant career that I've had, every flight, the only reason why we don't have a good flight is because of attitude problem of cabin crew. So it's very important for recruiters to really screen those people and try to find somebody who is not going to be a headache for the company. It's okay if the attitude is just within the crew, we can adjust to it. But if the attitude spills on to the customers or the passengers, that's a problem. That's now a problem for the airline. It's officially a problem. It happens. I know a lot of cabin crew. I'm just not gonna talk about it now because it's not related, guys. But yeah, the point is really attitude issues. If you have the attitude, you have to make it easier for yourself because maybe it's not the right career for you. And if you really push for it and your attitude doesn't fit the career, it's just gonna be a hell of a job that you have to like do it every day. It's not gonna fit well. It's gonna affect your happiness. It's gonna affect the company that you're working for and the passengers that they are going to have on board. So you really have to check if the attitude, your attitude about life, about career, is the right fit. Okay, because this job is a humble job, guys. It's a humble job. Even though that some people think it's amazing, some people think it's trash, but guys, it really has to fit the attitude that you have to this job because it, like I said, people really match to this job. In Tagalog, I said, may binabagayan talaga tong trabaho to. So kung bagay siya sa'yo, magtatagal ka. So what I'm saying is that if your attitude is the right attitude, this career is for you. If not, you will not last. Even if you get the job, you yourself will decide that you don't want this job. Okay, all right. So that's it for our reasons why you didn't get your flight attendant interview, or reasons why you failed your flight attendant interview. or any other interview, guys. This applies to any other interview, for a job interview. And like I said, I got the experience from also being on the other side of the table, being the one hiring for my business as well. So, okay, again, the 5 reasons why you did not get the job as a flight attendant are here. Okay, number 1, you lack the research. Number 2, there's a personality mismatch. Number 3, your physical requirements are failed. Number 4, your nervousness overcame you. And number 5, your attitude issues are showing in the interview. Okay? So those are the 5 reasons. Check yourself, try to ask yourself, are these reasons applicable to me on my last interview? And then you have to be honest with yourself and then ask yourself this question. Why? Because if you are honest to yourself, you will be able to correct yourself. And after you correct yourself, you'll be able to do better next time. Okay, so my son gave me a boat. And then they are leaving just like that. Oh, I mean, just left just like that. Okay, now we're going to the Q&A portion of this live. Thank you so much for everybody who has been here on the live again. This live is brought to you by Ready for Take Off book, now available on the Miss Kaykrizz website and available here in the Metro Manila area for Lalamove and Grab Express for faster delivery. Just give me a DM on my Instagram account. Okay, so now let's answer some questions. Okay, let's see. All right, so I have a question from Dream First. She's asking, I have small hands, will it be a problem? No, maybe only a problem if you can't reach the height, the reach test. But during the work, no, it's not a problem. How many times may we apply for interview if we are rejected? Most airlines, they will ask you to wait 6 months before you apply again. Okay, next question, again from Dream First. Yeah, okay, it's the same question. Okay, it's just a comment here, Mochi Blood. Thank you. She or he said, you are really motivating me, Miss Kaykrizz. Thank you. Wow, thanks so much for that comment. Okay, so let's read now the questions on Instagram. I hope that I'll be able to read it. Okay. Here is a question from Rachel Victoria. For instance, I applied for many times and I was working passenger service agent. So does that mean I have customer service skills and I'm friendly, but I don't know why the airlines company didn't select me? Like I said, you have to reflect on yourself and check with the 5 reasons that I have discussed today, which one of it. Because you're the only one who could check which one of it applies to you, because I was not there during your interview. I will not be able to see. It's only you and the recruiter that will know. But generally, these are the reasons why we don't get hired, okay? So you have to reflect on your actions and on yourself. Okay, and yes, for your question, PSA or passenger service agent does have customer service skill. Okay, so next question. Okay, I hope I don't end Instagram accidentally. All right, next question on Instagram. Okay, so I guess that's all our questions. Okay, give me some topic for group discussion. Are you the one giving the topic, or isn't it the airlines giving you the topic for group discussion? Okay, most of the things that they would ask you is, for example, these are classic example. I don't know nowadays how they do it, but classic example is they will tell you, okay, for this group, imagine that you have a guest from another country going to your own country, like for example, the Philippines, going here in the Philippines, and then your group will have to organize an itinerary. And you have to show, you have to tell us, you have to agree where you're going to show your guest and why, and then you have to present that after 2 minutes in the group discussion. So that's what they usually do. And sometimes they pair you up, okay? It's not going to be a group, it's going to be pairs, and then they will ask you, you have to introduce your partner. Okay, so that's what happened in my last Qatar Airways interview. I got hired but they stopped hiring again, which is confusing. But anyways, that's what happened. All right. So those are the things to expect for the group discussion. If you want to know more, I do have a course actually. I have an online course that covers everything. Okay, it's like this book. This book also covers everything because this book covers the 8 proven steps to get your dream job as a flight attendant. So my course dive deep into the 8 steps, and part of the 8 steps is the group discussion, wherein I have a lot of practice, practice answers, practice questions for you to practice on while you're waiting for everything to go back to normal. You can go ahead and check out my online course. It's at my website, misskaykrizz.com as well. Okay, now let's check the questions here on last questions, guys. Okay, so we're almost out of time. Okay, so Muchi Blood is asking, does complexion matter? It actually no, doesn't matter because everybody's beautiful, okay? Whatever color, and the airlines, they want all types of colors, all types of beauty in the aircraft if they can. Hi for my friend Cha Helen. She's a flight attendant. Hello. Thanks for dropping in on my live today. Miss you. Stay safe. Okay, so what about having pores? It's all about using primer, okay? It's okay to have pores. The problem with the interview is if you have, for example, an issue with your pores, if you let that show during the interview, if you're insecure about your pores, you keep on touching it or you keep on talking about it with the interviewer, it's gonna show, it's gonna fall under the attitude problem, okay? It's gonna fall under the number 5 reason that we've discussed today, which shows that you have an attitude because you are insecure about your physical and you're not doing anything about it. So all of us are insecure, but the important thing is you're doing something about it. So if, for example, your insecurity is pores, do something about it. Either you take care of your skin or you put primer before your makeup so that it will look better. Okay, so that's my idea about this. So Priya Gautam is asking, you have any idea when will vacancy for cabin crew? Yes, after COVID for sure. Because right now they are firing a lot of pilots and flight attendants. So if you want to get ready for this job, now is not the time, but now is the time to prepare yourself for the time when the world is open again. Okay? So, will you be flying again, Miss Kaykrizz? This is a question by Mochi Blood. Okay? No. That's my answer. Hard no because of my kids. I don't want to leave them. Okay? My family is my priority, so that is why. And you have any idea? Well, because I already answered that. And for Qatar Airways or Emirates, I already answered that. Hi, baby. Come here. You say bye-bye to everybody. No, I cannot see you. Sit with mama. Say bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Yeah, good luck. This is our live today, and this is River. This is the reason why I'm not flying anymore. So, Madam Helen says, I agree, Cha. It's how you carry and present yourself. It's true. Yeah, she's a flight attendant now. She's actually a purser, so you listen to her, guys. Yes, Cha. Thank you for commenting. Okay. Yeah, maybe she could also mentor you guys if you want her to mentor your chat. Okay, if she's not busy. Okay. Hi, Miss Ruth from Karen Ambasa. Hello. All right. So, I guess that's all our time for today's live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna make this every Saturday. Let's try it again, guys. I'm always trying to be consistent in this channel.
Mama.
Yeah, that's Mama.
Daddy, Mama.
Dada Mama. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, Mama. Okay. Oh, sit, ikaw, sit. Let's Saturday. Let's have another discussion again here on the channel. We're gonna talk about something, guys. So don't worry. I'm going to find something to talk about next Saturday. Tune in on our Instagram and on our YouTube channel. I'm gonna be live once again. I'm gonna do a Q&A with you guys. And comment down below what topic you want to discuss discuss next Saturday. My idea is I want to share with you, my experience with different airlines. So maybe we'll talk about Philippine Airlines next time. But again, today I hope that you learned something from our live today, wherein we describe our reasons why you didn't pass your interview. And if you want to know the reasons how to pass your interview, check out my book. It's called Ready for Takeoff. Ready for Takeoff. It has the 8 proven steps on how I passed my flight attendant interview myself. And it has been effective for domestic airline and international airlines. So don't touch, anak, don't touch. So check this out. Give me a DM if you're in the Philippines so that we could just do a Lala Move or Grab Express for you. But if you are abroad or outside the Philippines, you could check out my book from my website. It's available also in iBooks and on Amazon. All right. Okay, next time also I want to talk about on this channel how I was able to self-publish my book. For those of you who are interested to publish your own book, I'm going to do a video about that as well. So thank you so much for being here. I missed you guys and I will see you next Saturday. Bye. Bye, Cha Helen. I miss you. Bye, everybody on YouTube. See you again. Stay safe and stay motivated, guys. Okay? Good luck on the next wave of applications. Be ready for that while the world is closed right now. Okay? It's the best time to prepare. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah. Bye. You say bye, anak. Say bye. Flying kiss. Flying kiss. Bye, bye. 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 Flying kiss. So cute. Mwah. Flying kiss, Ninang. Say bye, Ninang. Bye, Ninang. 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 Flying kiss.